What's going on, guys? My name is Just a Stutter, and welcome back to another Minecraft episode. So, in the last episode, we were working on our iron farm, and as you can see off camera, I did the little bit of extra redstone I needed. I mostly just needed to go craft a bunch of parts and make sure what I was doing was going to work. But yeah, we got the farm up and working. So, I meant to have a counter ready for you guys already, but yeah, in just a moment, I'll show you guys how fast this farm is already achieving rates. I already have a wool block in there, but yeah, I was AFKing here for just a few minutes the other night, and you can see that's a lot of iron. So this farm is definitely doing its job. I need a lot of iron. You guys will soon learn why in the future, but the next farm we are about to make it needs a lot of iron. But with that being said, I think the plans for today, first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get like a sorting system and stuff properly set up on here. Kind of get this area dug out, make it look a little nicer. Don't know what I'm going to do with the portal yet and everything, but yeah, that's what I want to start with, is just getting this taken out, put a sorting system on here, and then I said I would go over some of the technical bits. I kind of made a video, another video today that was talking about just like the changes I made from the farm and stuff. I found the other two tutorials that were based on the farm, so they talk a little bit about it in theirs, but there's not like a ton to go over, so I don't think there's like a whole bunch I need to go over here right now, but I will show you guys like what the rates of this farm are currently looking like. Let's see if I can do it right now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, look at that. That's at least 4,000 iron an hour. Do a quick counter reset. I don't know how long that's been running for. It might have been running since before I logged in, but yeah, we'll let that run for just a couple minutes, and then I'll show you guys how the farm's producing. Okay, so just let it run for a couple minutes. So now if I run my counter command, we can see, yeah, this farm's running about 5,000 iron an hour. A little under 5,000 and 1,200 poppies. So that's just going to be awesome. It's going to be so nice to have. It's going to be so handy. I just cannot wait to actually get all this iron flowing in. So now if I go ahead and remove this wool block, go ahead and put my barrel back in here for right now, you guys can watch pretty much this iron just pour straight in. I guess one other thing I did, I had to go and clean up all the iron golems. They were a mess. There were so many iron golems around, there was so much XP and items laying everywhere that it was actually starting to make everything lag, so I had to go and kill all of them off. Okay, so I just mined out a bunch of netherrack. Wish it was netherite. But I figured I'd show you really quick just because I thought it was kind of funny. In the time it took me to dig this entire hole, I turned all the iron that was in here into iron blocks because the chest filled up. And we almost already have like a row and a half worth of iron. So yeah. For being half size as well, for what I plan on making it, it's pumping out iron. It is definitely pumping out iron. Okay, so I went ahead and took that chest off. I'm going to go ahead and see really quick now if we can't actually build our sorting system. So let's go ahead and attach a sorting system onto the back of this. So the first thing that needs to happen is we are going to need pretty much like a hopper line going across the top, right? And I want mine to be 3 long, is what I want at the moment. I'm going to put 3 hoppers leading out right here. So the next thing we're going to do after that, after we have our hopper line going over, we're going to go down 2 and over 1. And we're going to get rid of these 2 blocks here. But we are going to extend this block back here. I should have given myself more room. This is so annoying. And that's terrifying. Just leave that there. So we need to bring this out about 3, because we need comparator, and then 2 redstone before we drop. We're going to need a block down here and a block up here. So this is just the basic impulse SV design for a sorting system. And then I'm going to want one more right here. This one is not actually going to be... They're not going to be touching each other, and you'll see why later, but next thing we're going to do while we're down here is go ahead and put in our repeaters and our redstone torches. We also don't need this middle block, so we can get rid of him. But I want another repeater over here. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and put in a redstone line. So this is just going to travel 1, 2, 3 down the back. And then on top of that redstone line, we're going to go ahead and grab our comparators. We're going to put 2 comparators down right here. Perfect. So what needs to happen next is that we need a hopper underneath these ones, looking into these comparators. And these are pretty much going to be what creates our item filter. So now I need an item here that's not ever going to be caught up in there. So, you know what? Arrows might get caught up in there. For right now, I'm just going to use smooth stone slabs. There shouldn't be slabs falling into the system, but that worked perfectly. There's iron in one and poppies in the other. I actually think I want them switched though. Kind of want this side to be poppies and this side to be iron. So I'm just going to do that really quick. And this is already backing up. Oh boy. Okay, so what happens next? Next, we're going to put a single hopper underneath this guy. And this is going to be the hopper that actually ends up locking. Yeah, so the items are going to move over. This item's going to be the filter. This item's going to be the locking hopper. And then I forgot a barrel. Let me make a barrel really quick. Okay, so now that I have my barrel, I'm just going to place a barrel right here for now. And we'll kind of get back to this a little bit later. On this side though, I'm going to want not a block here, that's going to be temporary, but I'm going to want this barrel to the side. And I'm going to want my next hopper facing like this. Then, of course, I forgot to make a composter as well. Okay, so next I have my composter. And now pretty much anything that flows out of there, all the poppies that get stuck inside of this system, are going to flow down into my composter. So as you can already see, I think this is flowing. Are you stuck? Oh, it is flowing. Okay. There's just more items coming into the system still. So we don't have any poppies coming in right now, but when we do, I guess we do. These will be filling up this system. Next, I'm going to want my dropper up in front. Now this is going to start looking a little weird to you guys, but that's because this is a custom design, and I'll talk a little bit more about it once I finish it. So next thing I'm going to do is dig out this floor just a little bit more. I'm going to want another hopper right over here to the side. So now everything that goes into my dropper should be sitting here, and we'll get back to this one in just a moment. The next one, I'm just going to put another guy here, and I'm just going to put this dropper facing right here. Next thing that's going to happen, I'm going to want to come over here and remove my scaffolding blocks. And what I'm going to do, going to look a little odd, but it's pretty cool. So what we're going to do next is go ahead and put a comparator right here. And I need a redstone. Oh, I don't have enough for a redstone block. This is tragic, guys. I'm literally out of redstone. I wonder if I can put, just for now, I swore I just had a singular redstone torch in my inventory. I'll make one. We'll put this guy right here, and hopefully that locks it, so now he has to be full. Then from there, we're just going to put a single redstone line here and feed it into here. So now once this dropper fills up, it's going to send a one tick pulse, or one tick. It's going to send a pulse into this block, which is going to activate this dropper. Trust me guys, you got to trust the process here. So after that, here's where the real magic starts. Next thing we're going to do is put crafting tables in front of both of these. Yeah, real strange, right? And then let's make a couple chests. Let's get at least 2 double chests worth. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is underneath this crafting table, I'm going to put a hopper leading into these double chests. Perfect. So now, probably wondering, like, what are you doing? What is this witchcraft? What is this nonsense? I don't get it. Why are you doing all this? Doesn't make sense. So let's go ahead and we're going to go carpet. We're going to go set default. We're going to go hopper. Dropper, sorry. AutoCrafting dropper. That's the name. So we're going to go carpet, set default, AutoCrafting dropper, and we're going to set this to true. So of course this is part of the carpet mod, but pretty much what this now is going to allow me to do, if I can get all this iron out, is you will now see each time this fills up, they now no longer fill up in stacks, but when a pattern is put into this dropper correctly, and you send it a redstone signal, it will actually, that's really funny that I crafted a body, will actually start crafting iron blocks for me. So now I have a iron farm that is auto-crafting iron blocks, which is pretty darn nifty if you ask me. So as all those guys go in, they're now just going to keep auto-filling, and they are just going to keep crafting iron blocks. So now I don't even have to worry about that. Over on this side, though, I'm going to need to go run to the overworld. I forgot my observers, so I'm going to need to go grab a couple of observers, and then we should be able to make this side too. Okay, so now we are back, and what I need to do now is, looking out of this guy, let's go ahead and see if I can't get down here. I'm going to need to place this observer, kind of looking out one away from where this dispenser was. I'm going to need another comparator. I'm going to place my comparator on this guy. And then this time I'm going to feed him into a block. I'm then going to take that block, I'm going to put a single powered rail underneath, and then follow that up with a block behind. So now pretty much what this will do is when this dropper is completely full like that, it will power this block, powering the rail, the observer will see it, and it will pulse this block back here. Now I couldn't do this on both sides because this observer sends 2 1-ticks, once when the power rail turns on and another when it turns off. So the only reason this actually works is because the composter is so slow and it actually has a delay, so even if this had a constant stream of poppies, this would still work. So there we go. We are now auto-crafting bone blocks as well as iron blocks. And look at that, we already have an entire stack of iron blocks inside of our farm. Just from the time we are crafting this up, and you can see we still got a lot more to go. So yeah, pretty cool little concept here. I figured I'd share with you guys. The carpet mod is probably one of the coolest mods in all of Minecraft. I don't know if Nimbom will ever watch this video, but dude, I'm gonna thank you in so many of my videos, and here's another. Here's the first. Dude, thank you so much for the work you do and the mods that you've made and the builds you've built for this community. I don't even know what this game would be like without literally just your effort. I know everyone at the SideCraft does a lot as well. I'm sure so many of them have helped you, but really thank you for everything you have personally done. That being said, yeah, this mod, this ability to auto craft and everything, this was all from the carpet mod, and really he's like one of the only devs with his name on it. So yeah, that's why I kind of thank him for this. Whew, got so lucky, had just enough materials to craft 3 droppers. Now, these droppers are, of course, going on top of my hoppers. Because if you don't know, hopper lag is a real thing. It exists. It's not a fantasy. It's not a mystical beast. It's real. Put droppers, put composters, put furnaces, put dispensers, put something on top of your hoppers, okay? Stop hopper lag. Clog your hoppers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what changes I made to the farm last night that actually helped my rates and everything. So there's a weird, there was a weird update between 1.16 and 1.17 that these villagers pretty much stopped spawning golems after a single day cycle. So what I've done is pretty much put a piston up underneath each one of these guys. And now if I go ahead and tick this system, you can see it pretty much just hides away the husks from the villagers just for a little bit. And that kind of happens at night, so that allows the villagers to sleep. So if the villagers sleep once at night, just even for a tiny little bit, then it actually kind of just resets everything. And if you remember at the end of my last video, I wasn't actually getting any guys spawning, and now I'm getting a constant stream all day and through multiple night cycles. So that was kind of the fix that I did with it. This is kind of just thrown together right now, but what this does is, this is a daylight sensor and this is a nighttime sensor. So once night comes up, it'll pretty much it'll be right here when this daylight sensor ticks out. So this will actually deactivate this, and this is holding an etho hopper clock with 32 items inside of it. So this is holding it jammed open right now. So it's holding it to one side. But if I were to remove this guy, you can see that it triggers and it allows it pretty much to pulse around. And by the time those 32 items stop going through, this nighttime sensor will have hit this repeater and that will relock the system. And pretty much what that did was just what happened when I clicked that repeater as well. It will just drop down the zombies for about, 20, 30 seconds, if even. And then it will just raise them back up, and that will allow the golems to start spawning again. I would show you guys up from the air and everything, but I'm on my last rocket. And that's kind of why I wanted to come over here and show you guys this really quick. It's because I think I'm just going to go ahead and end this episode here. It was kind of a quick episode. In the scheme of things, it's still a little long, but yeah, I just figured I would show you guys kind of just how that AutoCrafting worked, how you can use it to make full blocks and stuff. I'm going to get into a lot more detail later on about how to AutoCraft pretty much any item you want, but for now I do not have the infrastructure to be doing anything like that, and there's no reason to start working on something like that. But the next video, I was talking in my last video about making that sand farm, and that is what I'm going to start planning on doing. So I think tonight I am going to go ahead and just do a bunch of resource gathering and get started on my next video for tomorrow. It's already the second video I've put out today, so yeah, I kind of just want a break from talking and recording and stuff, just for at least a little while. I need to go mine. I'm literally out of redstone. I don't have a single piece of redstone done. This repeater is all I've got. If you ask me if I'm a redstoner, I would throw this at you and be like, oh yeah, just bluffing, just hoping you believe it. But with all that being said, yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, have a great rest of your night, whatever sleep cycle you guys are on, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.